Hello everybody and welcome back to Keep It Real, episode number 32 now. Big day today. I'm hopeful today is the day we get the new cow barn. That's certainly my intention anyway. Quite a few things to get on with. First of all, walk into work, because of course we didn't drive back yesterday. It's brilliant, just start the day with a nice long walk. A couple of things I noticed actually when I did the editing of the last video. I don't know how I really don't understand, but the hay which we've been feeding to the cows has decided to turn itself into alfalfa, which only gives you 50% productivity. So I don't know when it did that. I don't know why or how long we've only been running at 50% productivity for, but it's a bit annoying. Now, the bales that we've got, I guess at one point or another, they did come from one of the contracts. Now, I'm pretty sure that contract was just normal grass though. I don't think I've done any alfalfa at all. I don't think I've even done alfalfa in the game since we've kind of had the game released to us, to be honest. So I have no idea how that has suddenly become alfalfa. But I'm not overly concerned, because hopefully the cows won't be in that cow barn by the end of this episode. But it was really bizarre. Now, off camera, you might notice there, just after the last episode, I really quickly ran around and did it, just to save a bit of time and a bit of repetitiveness in an episode. But I've taken the second piece of wood that was in the trailer, sorry, because you know we can move them. These are small enough and light enough to move. And what I've done is I've just ran around with that as my template, and then I've literally cut all of these new logs down to that size. So I haven't moved them. I haven't done any of the kind of manual work. Oh, it doesn't let us pick that one up now, actually. Does it let us pick those up? No, of course it doesn't. But yeah, I've just run around, and these few logs here, I've kind of chopped them up into size ready. So actually, they still need, you know, work to get them in the trailer with that man tractor, and I'm really hopeful I can try and find a way of doing it without smashing and crunching out all of this grass. I really hope so. But yeah, I've done that. That should hopefully save a little bit of time, maybe a little bit of a time lapse. But same again with these. Look, it's only a couple here, I think, but they're all cut down to size, and my odd piece is here somewhere. Oh, there it is. There, look. There's the random piece which I pulled out of the trailer. But I might as well leave it and load it up now with the fork. So that's good. So the Fiat Agri can pull the trailer, and then the man can go around and load the trailer up. And I'm really hopeful the majority of this doesn't require us to go onto the field. Hopefully, anyway. What it does mean though is we'll leave the man there because we do need that here. We have got another walk back. Can I get in front of that van? Yeah. And we'll get the Fiat Agri. I left the weight. I just kind of abandoned it, to be honest with you, at the end of the last episode, because I was conscious the episode might have been going on a little bit too long. Oh, I better not ruin their flowers, did I? Yeah, so I just do need to disconnect the weight and probably connect the other weight, the smaller weight for the man. Might as well connect that to the Agri while we're driving down with it, because I will need to reconnect that to the man in a minute. Hopefully that will prevent a little bit of slippage as well, or it might make it worse. I don't know. It might give me more slippage. We'll have to find out when we try it. But so the objective of this first task is ultimately load up all the logs ready for sale without damaging the field. Then we can start getting into this area. And I do really wish that that Terraform mod was a bit better, a bit easier to use from a landscaping point of view than what it is, because I would love to have done this with a bulldozer and a bucket. I just think that would have looked a lot better. But anyway, where did I put that weight? Right, that weight's there, so don't block that weight in. Oh, I wonder now actually. Oh, and the time. Let me speed the time back up to 10. I don't know why that keeps happening. I think I might have done that at the end of the last episode actually. Now, are these 400, what is it? 486, I can't even read it myself. So, we will have these pallets as well today. Now, I do need to move them out of the way because I believe I think NC said they only spawn 2 at a time, and it might cause a bit of an issue if I don't move these and create space. I am going to go with the rule, by the way, that we can manually pick these pallets up, because you would naturally do 1 crate of apples at a time, and I believe the majority of us would be able to pick up 1 box at a time. So we'll just kind of role play that a little bit, and we will do that by hand. But I'm not just going to move them here now for the sake of it, because I wouldn't pick all of those up by hand just to move it to there. So that is a priority. We do need to get up here at some point, and we do need to sell those apples. And we don't actually have a trailer that can do it anymore, because we no longer have a pickup truck. We can't put anything into the back of the Mahindra because we no longer own it. So maybe we'll have to pop to the shop and kind of, wow, see what deals they got, I guess, for just a normal kind of small flatbed trailer. Or if we call it quits by the end of this episode, let's buy the logging trailer and convert that into a normal flatbed and keep it. That might be a better option. Right, disconnect's going to tell me to lower it, isn't it? Of course it is. Try again. Brilliant. So yeah, that one is just far too big for the man. I think the man would even struggle to move with that connected, if I'm honest. So we do need to get this other one. I'm sure these weights move, by the way. I mean, I wouldn't have put it like that, surely. Surely not. I have to try and get in here now without it hitting the other weight as well. Oh, let's just damage my shed a little bit. Right. The thickness of these tyres on the back is just insane, isn't it? Honestly, it would be far more nimble if they were normal size. These are just massive. Absolutely massive. Right, can I get in around here? Surely I can climb over those weights. Nope. There we go. Typical. I'm not going to be able to move that either, am I? Can I go back a bit further? Right, okay, well, I didn't use super strength, but I have just damaged my shed. Or I've damaged my tyres, one or the other. At least you know the suspension works pretty well in this Fiat Agri. Yeah, I didn't use the super strength. That's not how it works. I was worried for a second though. I would have to go and get the man just so I could use the front forks to straighten it up, but it kind of connected, it worked. So let's head back to the other piece of land now. Let's just try and whack all of these pieces of wood into that trailer as quickly as possible. Because I don't want this to be a logging episode. I really don't. Okay, so we just need to drop this weight over near the man somewhere. Try and do it without knocking over the signpost. Okay. And of course I need to lower it again. Second time I've done that so far in about 4 minutes. There we go. Brilliant. Right, no traffic coming. No, let's do another little UE. Oh, I love the sound of this tractor, by the way. I really do. I can't get over it. It does sound good. Right, so let's connect up the trailer. I'm quite confident the Agri isn't going to slip on this field. So I'm quite confident that this will not damage the ground. So if we can keep the trailer on the Agri on the field side, and then try and work the man from the outer side, we might be alright. Maybe. Maybe. This is where I drive it on though and it starts skidding everywhere. No. Even when the trailer's fully loaded, I don't believe this will skid. I'm hoping not anyway. But if it does, it does. I tell you what though, I have seen, and there is a mod, and we will, I'm pretty much 100% certain we will have to use it. And it's like the little hand planting one where you can plant seeds by hand. It's like a little... Did we just do... No, we didn't plant it. Or did we do that? Did we do that? No, we didn't go that way. Yeah, it's like a little hand planter. So I haven't even downloaded that mod, but I will download it. I will install it. What's that as well? And yeah, if we do ruin the grass field too much, we can kind of hand plant some new seed in. I think that will work quite well. I mean, that's probably what you do in real life, maybe. Oh no, I didn't fuel it. Right, we'll just connect the weight while we're here, even though in theory that's going to use a little bit more fuel. But we need to go straight to the fuel station. Alright, I remember to lift the weight up then. Just forget to lower it. Okay, fuel station trip. At least I've actually got some money. I can put more than 20 quid in this time. Right, here we are. Fuel station. Turn it off. Get out, and there we go. This does take a while, because I've got the slow refill mod on, and I've also got the manual refill mod on, so you have to get out and do it, but that's fine. It is slowly filling up. We're just going to fill it. This tractor is not going anywhere, so let's fill it to the brim while we got the money. So in the meantime, I hope everyone's well. If you've commented on the last video, I do appreciate it. Hopefully I caught some of you in the kind of premier's version of a live chat. I do quite enjoy doing that little bit. It gives me half an hour just chatting to people, which is nice. And yeah, I don't know, maybe. I think I've mentioned it. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it in the last episode. Of course, when I'm recording this, I haven't edited the last one. But the game Farmer's Life, it just looks so fun. And I think I am going to buy it. It's only like 11 quid. It's on special offer on Steam. They've released the full version now. So you would assume it's completed. What was that? £257 of fuel. It's expensive being a farmer, isn't it? But yeah, no, it just looks great, you know, and the whole survival element of it, you have to have a drink. Is you kind of play a bit of a story as well. So if you haven't seen it and you're interested, you can do you can find a few YouTubers doing series of it. But you actually start off as an alcoholic. So you have to kind of slowly wean the character off of alcohol as well, which is funny. Just adds a little bit of kind of, I don't know, I guess it's done in like a comedic way, I guess, is probably the best word. I don't think someone being an alcoholic probably isn't funny, but the way that they've done it is kind of, it has made it quite good, and it is quite a bit of fun. So I don't know, I think I might just do either a one-off random episode and see if anyone likes it, because there really isn't much content around of it, or I might do that as a bit of a stream, because it kind of, yeah, it looks like something that you have to put a lot of time into doing everything. It might be a bit of a pain to edit it, so just playing it live might be an easier option. I'm not sure. Anyway, right, I don't know, do I time-lapse this? Or do I just do a few and then jump it to the end? One thing we have to be aware of though is the time is at times 10. We are now already at nearly 10 o'clock in the morning. We have to get all of this done and hopefully still place the cow barn while it's daylight. Because if it goes dark, it's going to be a real nightmare for me to place it. Yeah, a real nightmare. Right, anyway, come on. Don't take too long. Okay, that didn't take too long. These little ones are so small we can pick them up. So I'm just going to chuck them on the top. That's not all of them though. That is not all of them. But it's a large majority. This was, I think this is 4 trees worth. Do you know, again, I am pretty damn impressed with how good my stacking is. Using kind of base game forks. You know, not like I'm blowing my own trumpet or anything, but actually, oh no. Oh, it's giving me flashbacks. The last time I had that, the trailer exploded. Yeah, I'm not doing that again. So I think I'm going to play it safe and just get rid of this load now. I'm just going to get, I'm pretty sure, yeah, this was the end of the other tree. You can pick these up by hand, so we will do that. Just going to dump that there. Something weird's going on. Why did that just throw that out at me? Right. Try again. Didn't like the fact that I put it on top with the straps on, did it? Okay. Couple of straps. To be honest, in this game you only need 1 strap anyway. But yeah, so we have got to kind of maneuver ourselves on the grass field. So I'm actually thinking, although the agri is more than capable, if I overload this trailer, that is going to cause some major slip. So we've got to do all of this with a very bouncy trailer. And oh, it's a very bouncy trailer actually. What doesn't it like? Right, I don't like to do the straps that way, but sometimes it's the only way to get the trailers under control. Right, let's try and manoeuvre ourselves without going onto our nice new grass field too much, but also without damaging too much of the farmer's crop. You might have seen a little bit there. I mean, at this point I'm thinking I probably did time-lapse it. I did cause a bit of damage there, look. Small bit of damage, only a little bit. It's only a little bit. I didn't cause that though, I don't know where that came from. Right, this will do. So, how much is this going to be? I wonder. I wonder. Also, what I haven't done is check the shop today to see what's available. I mean, what else are we in need of at the minute? I do need to get a mower, actually. That's something that's quite important, isn't it? We've got a way to collect the grass. We're going to have a way to actually compact and... Oh, let's cut through here, they don't mind. Yeah, compact and kind of turn the grass into silage eventually. But one thing I haven't looked at is a mower. We will have a look. I tend to find if I say it out loud, if I say what I need out loud, it kind of appears in the shop. At least it used to anyway. Maybe. It's just good coincidence. Right. We are now here. These, do you know what? I can't remember who it was that said it now. But we were talking in the comments about how bad Fiat Agri's brakes were. And I was kind of like, no, I think they're pretty good. But it's probably because I've been so used to the man. But now that I'm using it, I mean, this recording is fresh off doing the roleplay. And that class in the roleplay is really good, actually. And now that I've gone back to using this, they are awful. Absolutely awful. Right, let's have a look at costume. So we're going to go, oh, we're nearly there already, wood. So the sawmill is the better option today. 1,816. Nice. We've never really, oh, I'll tell you what, that's pretty much at the full price, isn't it? Yeah, and what month are we in? We're in September. Shouldn't be that good in September. Oh, we need to make the most of it then. Don't know what this load's going to be worth. Because now that we've got it on a big tractor, all of these loads of woods they just all look pathetic now. On the man, they looked absolutely massive. Now this doesn't look like very much at all, really. We'll soon find out. I mean, the last full load we did was like 10 grand. I don't think this is going to be 10 grand. I don't think it'll be 10 grand. So 7 or 8 grand, maybe. That would be good, wouldn't it? Right, let's have a look. It's the moment of truth. Boom. Wow. 11,413. I'm sure that was less wood than last time. I'm sure it was. Alright, let's undo them so it doesn't make that annoying clicky noise. Well, that's amazing. We got just under 35 grand. Wow. Wow. While we're in the zone, I'm just going to do those last 2 trees as well, because they're just kind of in the way now. So we do need to chop them down. What we're going to do, by the way, with the stumps this time round, is we're going to do it a bit more real. So I made the decision last time to get rid of them. I think I subtracted a kind of adequate amount to do that job, which was fine. But this time around, the stumps that are left over, we will try and simulate the real thing more. We'll get some sort of stump grinder. We'll lease one. We were talking in the comments actually. I honestly cannot remember who it was. The great thing about getting so many comments is you can't keep up with them, and I just forget. I've gone from a point where I knew exactly who said every comment to actually I can't quite remember exactly who it was. But we were saying about kind of, you know, almost a bit of a roleplay aspect. You know, a skid steer with a stump grinder is in the town. It's available. We can freely use it. We've just got to pay the owner to use it, I guess. So we could do things like that, maybe. We could do things like that. I don't want to do too many things like that, though, because that would kind of turn it more into a... Wow, more into my roleplay. And a little bit less into sort of a survival type thing. So I'm not sure. We'll see. The good thing is, though, it isn't urgent. It's definitely not urgent. It's not really a worry at the minute. Right, let's head over here. Okay, so yeah, this looks a bit clearer here now, doesn't it? So I'm thinking this will be the kind of drive-in. We can drive straight into the silage pit or into a small little yard area here. I am wondering, you know, if I should get rid of one more tree. Don't know. Right, now, logs are about that size. So we'll line that up. We'll jump back in the man and we'll just load these up. I'll probably speed this up a little bit as well, I would have thought. Okay, done. Ideal. I think there's some random bits here, but these should all be pick-upable. Yeah. Is that a word? Pick-upable? I don't know. Anyway, right. There's no point mucking around trying to pick these up with the fork. Let's just stick them in there. We're strong enough. As we've been building our farm up, we've got a bit stronger and we can pick up little logs now. Right. So, this is not going to be anywhere near as much as last time, which is fine. I get that, I know that. at this point, it's more about clearing it out of the way than it is making the money, to be honest. Now, this one here, I can pick it up now, by the way, because I just chopped the end off of it. So that end piece that doesn't really kind of make you any money anyway, if you cut it off, it makes it liftable. So ideal. We might as well carry that over as well. Don't know if we can realistically lift it over our head like that though. Not sure. But we can certainly wedge it into that trolley. Amazing. Right, again, a couple of straps. Okay, right, how much will we make? 6,148 and £224 environmental. Cool, that's good though, I'm happy with that. So we have got £41,285. That's a lot more than what I thought. I kind of forget how good trees are. Is it just this map, by the way? I don't tend to do too much logging. The map that I have played and done so much logging on is obviously Silver Run, but you don't see the sale price of that, do you? Because you tend to put it into various different factories, and all we were doing was trying to build up the roller coaster. So I don't know, the price that you get for trees or for wood on this map seem incredible. Considering I'm playing on a medium difficulty, you know, it's not on easy mode. It does seem like a lot of money, but I'm not complaining. Just keeping the series going. Now I'm going to head straight to the shop actually while we're here, because I haven't checked to see what's in used. It is a new day, and of course this new... Really? No, you were in the wrong that time, mate. That's not on me. That'd be expensive on that old-fashioned car as well. Anyway, yeah, I haven't checked to see what the used has got, and the new mod will give us a selection of about 400 different items, which is good. And there might be something that we need in there. But also, I'm just going to inquire about what this trailer costs. So we're going to go straight to the back, because we've had it leased now for a little while. I don't know, maybe a month, maybe 2 in-game months. So we should get a bit of a reduction now, because we've been paying for the lease. So I do just want to know, how much would they charge us? Because as soon as we buy it, we can customise it freely then. Now, where is that? It's here somewhere. Where's the trigger? There it is. So, okay. Where do you actually buy it? Did you have to go in through the menu? Okay, leased trailers. Purchase, okay. So to purchase that, it will cost us 6,583. Okay, right. Well, that's good to know for a minute. Just because we've got loads of money doesn't mean we've got loads of money we can spend and waste. And there's nothing stopping us from keeping that on lease and still using it for pallets, even with the bars on the side. So that's fine. What is in here? Okay. Oh no, that's quite cheap. I think that might have been in there yesterday's episode, actually. Let's see, 13,551. I just don't like those mowers, though. I really don't like them. That could be interesting, but if it's 262 half price, it's not exactly expensive anyway. Definitely don't need a potato harvester for a moment. Look at that beast. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Okay, so basically a load of rubbish. Well, not a load of rubbish, but for us here and now, we're going to need something like that at some point though, aren't we? Definitely, but not now. Okay, right, so nothing in the shop. Nothing worth getting at all. But that's fine. It was worth the drive. So for a minute then, we will just use that trailer with the bar still on it. We'll still be able to get some pallets on there, I reckon. Still got straps. We've got to get rid of these apples before we overflow. If we overflow, we might not spawn what we need. So that's the next job. Perfect kind of job to do now that the rain started anyway. We don't want to be trying to drive around our field in this weather. That would absolutely destroy it, there's no doubt about that. So kind of glad, and we timed that logging quite well, really. Right, this final bit of apple kind of top up. We'll top the money up a little bit as well, which is good. I will just check out again when we get there, just see if this is the right time of year. Are we making half decent money? The thing is, again, we're not at a point, realistically, we're not at a point where we can just keep stuff stored. No, there's some sort of weird map collision that does that every time. It's not me hitting the pavement. Yeah, no, I don't, realistically, without any form of kind of proper bulk storage, we wouldn't be able to store apples for any given amount of time. I mean, I don't think you could in general anyway. Maybe units with better refrigeration and things might be able to store them for an extra month or so, but certainly not us. So they need to be sold straight away. They do need to be sold straight away. See what I mean by the power? This trailer basically wears nothing. I think even the man doesn't slow down when you go up that hill with an empty trailer. It stays at its full speed, which is slow, but it doesn't lose power. Maybe that man is a tiny bit overpowered. I think that's fair to say. It is certainly a powerful tractor for what it is. Yeah, and this maybe does need the upgrade to the full-size engine at some point. But I do love it though, either way. There's no taking away from that. This is a fantastic model, absolutely great. Right, let's flip into this view. And let's reverse ourselves up. Should be quite easy to do in this view. This is a very good trailer, by the way. I like it. They're easy to reverse. They're just good all round, really. Just good all round. Oh, and it spawned the extra pallets as well, so I think we've timed that quite well. Alright, let's jump out. Just before I load them, I'll show you while we're kind of in the vicinity of the cows. You will see that when I go to them, let's see, I've put a bale of hay in just to test it. So the 452 litres there of hay is what I've put in there right at the beginning of the episode, I think just before I clicked record. But see, it's got 1,770 litres of alfalfa. I've never put alfalfa in there. So it somehow converted the hay that was in there into alfalfa. Whether that's because it didn't have water, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Strange. Unusual that it's done that, really. But like I said, it is going to go soon anyway. Now these, so yes, we're gonna simulate that we're lifting these up crate by crate. So I think it's reasonable to do that. I don't actually know if we can get all of these on the trolley. I'm not sure. Maybe we're better off doing them sideways. That would kind of make more sense, wouldn't it? Why is it not putting it down? Let go of it. Thank you. That was strange. Okay, fantastic. 4,000 litres of apples. So let's just do a quick check. And which one of the various sell points is the best place to take them? Go right to the bottom every time. Okay, so the bakery has a limit though, doesn't it? Or it does on eggs and things anyway. So bakery is also the furthest away, I want to say. The farm shop is close by. That might be the best option. I want to drive all the way to the bakery to find they only accept half of it, and then have to drive all the way back to somewhere else anyway. Think of the fuel. That fuel ain't cheap. Now the other place is it that one? Yeah, we know where that is. We've been there before. Right, let's get rid of apples. Okay, Justin here. We've been here once before. I don't know if it was to sell apples the first time round. Maybe it was. I can't remember. Have we sold apples already? Whatever it was, it was the Mahindra. because I remember having to really carefully try and make my way here. Money's going up slowly but surely. It's not going to make us a huge amount of money, but it's just passive, isn't it? It's just passive income. It's not really cost us anything at all. So let's just unstrap all of those already. Okay, 3,917, £143 environmental score. So, you know, we've made £4 grand there, haven't we? £4 grand, not too bad. Puts us over 45 grand now. I actually think this is the most money that we have had. I'm certain, actually. I'm sure it's the most amount of money that we've had. Right, I think now we head back to the farmyard and we start doing a bit of landscaping. We get the cow barn, some landscaping. There's a small expense of a bridge as well, actually. I forgot about that, so I'm kind of glad that we've got so much spare income. But I really need to try and landscape this so carefully. I cannot just waste the money, because we need a house. I mean, the house is 20 grand in theory. If I'm super careful now, I can also buy a house. It's a, you know, it's a wooden shack, by the way. It's also actually buying a small manure pit as well, because we might as well get a manure pit in place. We're gonna need it. Although, to be fair, we don't have straw, so it wouldn't produce manure yet anyway. Okay, all these things, this is gonna open us up to now. You know, we're gonna need to get straw. We're gonna have to buy that from a shop. Maybe I can utilise, when I do a contract for someone, I can get a couple of bales of straw from their field at the end of it as part of the deal. I'm not sure. I don't know. What I do know is the character can stay sat in the tractor while we jump in and do a little bit of landscaping. So this honestly is going to be more complicated than it looks. So wish me luck. I'll probably do a little bit of a time lapse. See you in a moment. So that would have been a real short and sweet one, I reckon, because I do know the episode is getting on a little bit now for time. So you might have noticed, in the meantime, this is a new day again for me, by the way, so hopefully my seamless editing you didn't even realise, but I didn't notice. I check Mod Hub quite often to see if there's anything else. But things like these buildings and things, by the way, I do always prefer to stick with Mod Hub, just because they're kind of more tried and tested. Some of the third-party stuff isn't always amazing. Certainly for things that kind of have triggers and stuff. So yeah, I found a slightly different one. It is much bigger in terms of size. It's not bigger in terms of what it holds. It doesn't hold any more cows, but it's just bigger. But I felt it was more realistic. So what have we done? I've done it super fast. I really have. And also, to be honest, placing things like bushes is very expensive. And although we got 16 grand, we're not doing that well. I would like to be able to, ideally, in September 3, the third part of September, the next episode, I would like to be able to sell the cow barn once we move the cows, and maybe we just scrape enough to get our own house. It's going to pretty much put us right down to zero by the time we pay the loan, which is still something we need to clear. But at least we won't be spending £800 paying someone else's mortgage anymore, I guess. So just a couple of things to check. I just want to make sure that the bridge is actually worthwhile. Which it barely is, but it's still a bridge, isn't it? Because this ground is still certainly down there. We wouldn't be able to jump over that or drive over that, that's for sure. And then in terms of positioning, so it kind of looks odd here, doesn't it? It really does. That's because I haven't finished it, but you know, this will be coated in grass and things. But this, in my head, is what I wanted to go for. This kind of slightly walled up area, almost creating like a very thin, kind of narrow alleyway almost to get in front of the barn. The only reason we need to get in front of this barn is one, to drive through, and to load up the slurry. I might even, you know, this looks like it's compatible with the realistic manure mod. I forget its actual name, the manure system I think they call it. I might actually activate that because I used to use that on FS19 and it was an awesome mod. And yeah, around here, the main reason I kind of thought, don't know, I don't think that's French. The main reason I kind of thought it seemed a bit more realistic is because it has these, and I believe that also works with, what can I pick up from the wall? I can take that brick out of the wall. But I think that also works with some form of like hose system as well. So, but in here, on the pictures anyway, yeah, it had like a little milking station. I thought that was quite cool. So at least we can kind of simulate we're actually getting the milk from these cows somehow. And I assume this is another little walkway into the barn. Yeah, so this actually takes you into the cows. I just think it looks cool. They'll kind of roam around in here. Oh look, they've even got some nice little toys to play with and brush their backs with and stuff. Can I open that? Oh look, this is, I am quite glad I picked this actually. So it's taken up a lot more of the space that I wanted it to. However, I definitely think it's worthwhile. Definitely, it does look so much better, doesn't it? Let's shut that door behind us. And this is where you have to reverse in. Added challenge. I always like to add challenge. This is where you have to reverse in. How am I going to do that with that dolly trailer? I don't know. I haven't thought about that. Spare PTO come with it as well. But you have to feed them about here somewhere. And does it have lights? Look at that. That one didn't work though. Yeah, I like this. I really like this cow barn. Definitely. So I'm glad I did it. I am really glad I did it. Now, I'm way further. Honestly, when I was planning this out, I thought the roof of this cow barn was lining up with the other ones, which would have been about here. So I've given myself even less room up there for sheds. But it's fine. It's going to work out. It's going to work out. This trackway is going to continue to go kind of along here. And then I've left myself, there's definitely enough room here to put something. Don't know what, but something. Even if it's just one of those kind of 2-bay sheds like over there. We need the storage. Either way, regardless. Yeah, good. So, that's for the future. Rather than doing it all in one go, that 16 grand we got will go down to 0. And, you know, the priority is we're keeping it real. I only wish I could do landscaping more realistically, but the limitations of the game and not quite got the right mods yet to kind of do this in a different way. But certainly, once this has got grass there, yeah, I think this is going to look awesome. But I'm quite excited now to get the cows in there. And once the cows are in there, maybe selling the other barn off cheap to another farmer might just pay for a house. Don't know. But anyway, listen, thanks for watching. We're probably pushing a 50-minute episode again now, to be honest, so it's quite a long one. I'll probably, I mean, more than likely, actually, potentially, you might be watching this Thursday evening. If I stick it up as a premiere again, just so, you know, no pressure, I just like to kind of chat a little bit in live chat. But actually, this Thursday afternoon now, this will probably be out later on today. So, yeah, thank you for watching. If you're still here at this point and it is live, thanks for coming in, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Cheers and gone.